Esteemed chief guest, respected dignitaries, dear teachers, and my dear students, not to forget, dearest parents. A big good afternoon to all of you, and hearty congratulations to all the students present here. Congratulations and a round of applause for all the leaders for having donned the badge today. They're all set to lead the school and become the leaders that the country, the school, and as Sir said, the nation, the whole world is looking forward to. I also congratulate the mentors, the CCA team, the PT department, and the events department, along with the teachers and the students who have put up a show here for the wonderful, grand success that we have seen on stage today. A round of applause for all of these. Sir elaborately spoke about a teacher, a mentor, a person whose role in shaping young leaders is of prominence. Today, I thought I should share about such an eminent teacher, Chanakya. Have you heard of Chanakya? Anyone in the audience? Yeah, very few, in fact. So Chanakya was a prominent teacher, a strategist, an economist, and a teacher of I should say a king, Chandragupta Maurya, because he was responsible for the rise of the dynasty, the kingdom, which made a huge impact in India. Even today, his tenets, so-called Chanakya Niti, is of great value. It is followed in most of the business schools, be it IIMs, be it Harvard Business School. All over the world, people look at these tenets that Chanakya has given and try to imbibe them in the leadership roles that they take over. So what are these tenets and what are these teachings of Chanakya's? In fact, what he taught long ago, maybe 2000 years ago, is it still relevant today is the biggest question. Well, you should understand one thing, dear students, that leadership over the years confronts or has been confronting three main challenges. The challenge of people, the challenge of pressure, and the challenge of purpose. People who look up to you, be it your fellow students, be it teachers, be it your own parents. The pressure that weighs on you. How do you balance your duty along with the expectations of these people? And finally, the purpose that drives you, the reason that you're standing here, rather sitting here with that badge. What is the purpose behind it? So here are a few principles from Chanakya Niti that I thought I should share with you. The very first, and very nicely put in even by our eminent chief guest, duty before self. Long ago it was said by Chanakya, Praja Sukhe Sukham Ragyah Prajanam cha hite hitam. So for a king, it is the well-being of the subjects which is most important. Now in today's world, how does it translate? It is through your service that you need to ensure that whatever people, students, issues that you are taking care of takes the prominent stage, even at your own personal cost. In fact, I have already seen this in you happening. Few of you had this complaint, ma'am, we are missing a lot of PT periods during our practice sessions. Well, it's duty before self, and I think you have already exemplified it. Well done. The second tenet, select allies with discernment. Durjanah parihartavyo vidyaya alankritopi san. Even if there are people around you who look very wise, if you think they are the wrong people, then you need to avoid their company. I think your parents, teachers have long spoken about having the right company, the right friendship. You need to cultivate the right people around you. If you have somebody who speaks a lot, promises big, but on the last day when you actually require the person doesn't turn up, then what's the point of having such a friend around you? You actually need to think what kind of people, mostly, as Sir put in, people with integrity around you are the best people that you can have. A person who can tell you the difference between right and wrong, not just there with you as a friend, agreeing to everything that you say. So that's selecting your allies with discernment. The third tenet, self-discipline is happiness. Atma Vashayam Sukham. You need to have conscious discipline. I think at length I have spoken about being disciplined when nobody is watching you. That's the most important thing in life. Also, punctuality, composure, restraint in speech, and decisive action define a torchbearer. Reject anything that is in excess, because ati sarvatra varjayet. You're not supposed to take anything in excess, be it anger, be it speaking. Everything needs to be in restraint, no negative talk. Think about a time when probably there is this thing that happens that I've watched most of the times, that you're playing a game and because of a certain student you lose a match. Immediately we find everybody shouting at that child. But as a true leader, you need to take a step back. Don't react. Think. You can always talk to that person after you have cooled down. Give him some points and strategies to make the team better. That's what we are talking about here, being a true leader. The fourth tenet, strategize before executing. Analochitam karmam vyartham. An action without a plan is just a noise. It's of no use. So anytime that you want to actually do something, you need to plan to the T, and surely you will not fail. Anything, for example, there is this again from the experience that I've had, I've seen, suddenly there is a meeting which is kept by the council. They have not decided sometimes beforehand who they are going to call, what is this meeting about. However, I've also seen many of you planning things ahead, ensuring that you have already informed us, you know the venue, who you're calling, you've spoken to your teachers, and then you have addressed the council. So that's planning. So plan, and definitely that plan is sure to succeed. The last tenet, conduct matters more than position. Sheelam Paramabhushanam. Your character is the most important thing. Nothing else matters but the integrity, the honesty, and the value systems that you hold. Sir again put forth this point. Respect is something that is earned, not commanded. You need to earn that respect, and that can happen only if you stand as role models in front of all those students, all those teachers, everybody who is watching you. So be that role model. And that can happen only when you have developed a character which is based on these strong values that we speak about, of honesty, of integrity, of being punctual, so many things. So You as leaders is not just about this badge. More than badge, I think it is how you earn this respect. And that's what we as teacher fraternity is looking at. How you do your duties, how you discharge them with honesty, how you ensure that you take the school forward. I repeat all these 5 values once again. Duty before self, select allies with discernment, discipline is the quiet strength, strategize before executing, and conduct more than position. I want you to go through these nitis. In fact, you can Google a little about Chanakya, what were the tenets that he spoke about, and how he was instrumental in bringing up Chandragupta Maurya and the huge empire. I also want you to think about these nitis, put them into practice week by week, and ensure that you have, at the end of this 1 month, maybe 1 year, you have imbibed it in your character. Lead well, serve better. The country wants to see that the future is built in today's school corridors. And I'm sure that the country is ready to face these leaders that we have in front of us. You're all set to lead the country, before that lead the school, and finally lead the world. All the very best to you all, and God bless.
मैम, आपके प्रेरक शब्दों ने हमारे मन में नई ऊर्जा